I knew that I wanted to have a group of dancers that would stay with me for the series, and very often it was the gals who would be there until they could meet the right guy, you know, and either get married or have them take them off to South America or the Philippines or someplace. And so what I wanted was dancers who wanted to be dancers doing television.
So what were your auditions like to find the Solid Gold dancers?
Well, they were, I had quite a few auditions, and I wasn't quite sure at the beginning how many dancers I wanted, but ultimately what I decided was I really only need 2 guys, and then the rest I would like to be females.
Why?
Just because the females, you could, you know, give them great costumes and great get-ups, and they didn't necessarily need to be really, really good. They just needed to be really, really attractive.
You had one principal dancer.
Darcel.
And what did you see in her? Why was she the principal dancer?
She just had a style and a look that was all her own. You know, there are performers where you just go, oh, yeah, boy, that sure looks like Anne Margaret. Oh, that looks just like somebody else. But with a style that was just so all their own that you couldn't not recognize it.
Did you intend to have a principal dancer in the group?
Not really. Not really. It just evolved that way. And the others were all fine with it. Maybe there was one who wasn't fine with it, but other than that, because I used them all. I didn't only use a couple and then not use everybody.
What does that actually mean to be the principal dancer?
Well, it's like having a starring role. When you're a principal in theater of any kind, then you very often become a star.
You're dealing with music that's kind of on the popular charts, and some songs would stay on the charts for weeks at a time or months at a time.
Right.
So were you often choreographing to the same song
Yes.
again and again?
Quite often, yes.
What was that like?
Well, it was a challenge, you know, to make it. And sometimes I'd go, you know, the number we did, the choreography that I did for this number before works really well, and there's no need to change it. And if the public doesn't like it, there's other channels they can see.
Did you mix up the groupings a lot? Like if you had 2 women doing it one time, then
Yes.
do a man and a woman this
Sure.
time? How did you kind of put together pairings? What was that process like for you?
Well, basically I had the same group of dancers every week, so I learned their strengths along the way, you know, and what they looked best doing and what I shouldn't ask them to do, you know.
Are there any standout moments or performances for you from Solid Gold, or any of the talent that you worked with?
Well, basically it was my Solid Gold dancers. They made life a great pleasure for me, and all of them were wonderful, and one was a pain in the ass, but I dealt with her and said, "Are you sure you want to be around here? Because I'm happy if you don't."